Starting the bulletin with some breaking news coming in. The CBI will continue to question JS Gujaral, the former Deputy Chief of the Indian Air Force. CBI sources said that Gujaral, who headed the procurement division of the Air Force when the AgustaWestland deal was signed, is cooperating with the investigators. He is being questioned for a second time. He is the first person to be examined after the Italian court orders. Let's go across to Anindya Banerjee joining us over the phone lines with more details on this. Anindya, clearly, of course, investigating agencies believing that JS Gujaral holds a key link, as a key witness to the entire deal that took place.
Absolutely, Ashita. Particularly the reason they believe so is that he was present in a meeting in 2005, and that meeting was very crucial, considering the fact after that meeting, the the basic nature of the deal changed, because the criteria of the deal changed. And what happened is that in that meeting, the agencies are extremely interested to know, and that's why there has been a almost hours-long meeting, more than 8 hours. That meeting lasted today, and he is cooperating with the sources are telling us, and he has been called tomorrow as well. Even as SP Tyagi, the former ASP, is called on Monday, and we're also told that the Tyagi brothers will be joining in for questioning later in that week. So clearly the Central Bureau of Investigation is extremely active even on the weekends to find out the money trail and find out who are involved at that point of time and where the money trail leads to.
All right, Anindya, thanks for joining us with those details. Gujaral, who was questioned today for over 9 hours, his questioning will continue tomorrow as well. And remember, on Monday, SP Tyagi will be questioned. To India Today report that really redefines the AgustaWestland scam for you all. Number one of those transcripts that India Today has accessed 3 conversations between middlemen Haschke, Gerosa, as well as Gautham Khaitan, which really tells you exactly how deep the corruption was in this particular case and takes you through how these middlemen managed to pull off this particular scam. These 3 transcripts pretty much sums up the entire VVIP Chopper scam for us. Let's go across to our managing editor of TV Today Network, Rahul Kanwal, now joining us live with more details on this. Rahul, earlier when we were discussing this particular issue with regards to the 3 transcripts alone, significantly what one can't help but notice really is that brazen reassurance, the brazen confidence with which Haschke goes ahead and tells Gerosa as well as Khaitan that all will be okay, that there is no way that investigating agencies will get down to the root of the issue.
Well, absolutely. It's very clear from these transcripts that has been exclusively accessed by India Today that the middlemen involved in the AgustaWestland corruption scam have a very low opinion of India's investigating agencies. They're quite confident that in Italy nobody will be tapping their phones, which is something that was done by the Enforcement Directorate. What's also very clear is that they're talking at great length about how they've been able to destroy evidence, destroy the files that were at their office. He talks about how he's kept it at his mother's residence. He's also talking about how he believes it will take the Indian investigative agencies 10 years to reach Mauritius. Now, what is interesting is that since the time the Bofors scam broke in the mid-1980s, there hasn't been a single conviction in any arms case at all, which means that it is for good reason that these middlemen believe that India's investigative agencies are unlikely to reach out to them, because so far we've had a pathetic track record. But despite that, now we've got the ED, the CBI cranking into action once more. We know that SP Tyagi has been called in for questioning by the Air Force, by the investigative agencies on Monday. We know that the former Deputy Air Chief JS Gujaral has been called in for questioning all through today, all through tomorrow as well. We're told that he's cooperating with the investigative agencies. What's very important though at this time, on the back of these conversations that have been made public by India Today, is to establish who was this money paid to. The fact that money was paid is now clear as daylight. What we need to establish is the money trail and identify the culprits who took the money.
Right, Rahul, and also what these transcripts essentially have re-established is that yes, there was a scam, yes, officials were paid off, and I also want to rope in the other exclusive that we had, the other report that Arthur Khan had filed with regards to Michelle Christian's front of a firm which sold Punjabi music CDs, but essentially was a firm that gave away free airfare tickets to MOD officials for inside information on the ministry. So it really does re-establish that yes, there was a scam, yes, there were Italian middlemen who were involved.
So Christian McKell is a very high-profile, highly flamboyant British arms dealer. He currently probably is in the Dubai region, according to India's investigative agencies. What he did was set up a company through some local associates called Aerometrics. Now, this is a company that was set up in Chandigarh. Supposedly, they were in the business of exporting Punjabi music, CDs, but that's not really what they did. What they did instead was use that front to buy tickets for officials from the Ministry of Defence to have them fly all over the world, use those vouchers then to show that this company was actually engaging in a bona fide activity when it wasn't, and that was a means used to pay off these officials. But what we need, that we've been able to identify very clearly through the report put out by my colleague Arthur Khan. What isn't identified yet is who are the officials who were paid money, how much money were they paid, what was their role in informing the team at AgustaWestland about how specifications were being changed, how the deal was being modified. Those are questions that the ED needs to go in for. Now, it's for about 4 years that we've known that there was corruption. The fact that this firm existed is also known. The fact that they sold Punjabi CDs might be new, but really we now need to move in towards the last phase, catch those who are responsible. There are officials in the Ministry of Defence, there are officials in the Air Force headquarters, there are possibly officials involved politically. Who are those people? I think that's the last leg that the Enforcement Directorate, the CBI, that's the gap they need to fill.
Right, so it all comes down to who were the bribe takers in the ministry. Thanks, Rahul, for joining us with those details.